Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan Rice. On this video, I'm shooting a quick walkthrough of my pickup and my trailer setup for kayak fishing. I've done very detailed videos about these two items before, but in case you guys missed those videos and the whole algorithm, how it works with YouTube, I want to do a quick little walk around here to show you how I have my vehicle set up for kayak fishing, to give you guys out there an idea as well. So if you guys haven't been here before, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. But I want to go over the setup on my pickup truck. Now, a lot of people think this is probably the same truck I've had for the past year. And I've done a video recently about my setup for 2024 for how I'm going to transport my kayak. Well, that truck was a little baby Duramax diesel. And from day one of having that vehicle, unfortunately, I was having nothing but problems with it. And it was because of the after treatment system for the diesel. Unfortunately, I have to give up on diesels again. I was like my last try to be able to love the diesel, which I do love, with the EPA and them still having issues. Unfortunately, it's like a crapshoot. Some new diesel trucks, you can go 200,000 miles and have no problem. Then there's some right from the factory like mine. I had problems right from the beginning. I had check engine lights on all the time and just nothing but problems with the sensors that treat the diesel, the injectors, that treat the exhaust system to keep it burning clean. If you have a good diesel, you don't need all that stuff on there. It's going to burn just as clean anyway, but that's whatever. I'm not going to get into that on this video, but I just kind of want to do a quick recap as quick as I can, because people don't know, people that do know me on my videos know I like to talk. But this is a newer Chevy 1500. It's a gas engine, and the better thing about this truck from the other truck I had, the other truck I had was a 5.5 foot bed. This is a 6.5 foot bed, so it gives me even more ease of transporting my kayak in the back of my truck with the longer bed. Now I don't need the bed extender. The better thing about this truck is it's the Trail Boss edition, so it gives you that factory 2-inch lift, better for going deep into the woods when you really want to get back there to go kayak fishing. So this is actually a better setup for me anyway. It probably worked out that way. You know how things do, they work out for themselves. But I'm just going to walk around here. It looks just like my other truck. I had a navy blue truck before. This is a little bit of a darker navy blue. It's called Dark Ash. You don't need as of an expensive rack that I do. You don't even need all the stuff that I have on my truck. You can throw your kayak in the back of your truck and just throw your gear in the back, throw it in the back of your truck and just strap it down and you're good to go. But I have OCD. And the reason why I have all this stuff on here is because of that fact. I like being organized. I have fishing poles that are over 30 years old and I still use them to this day. And that's the big thing about the Yakima top water box, is that it keeps your gear, your fishing poles protected. And I do have videos, multiple videos on the Yakima top water boxes. But in this box over here, I keep my fishing poles and a bunch of other equipment. I'm gonna link that video at the end of this one so you guys can see exactly how I have this set up. This one over here, I can keep my Torpedo motor in it for my kayak, all like miscellaneous stuff, my fishing net, believe it or not, everything, because these boxes are 8 feet long, everything that fits up in these boxes, or let me rephrase that, everything that's in this box here is actually in this box on my trailer, and we're gonna get into this setup. But when I don't want my trailer and just want the back of my truck, that's why I have this setup here, is that everything that's in this box fits in this Yakima box. And I can just throw my kayak in the back of my truck. And with the longer bed, I don't even need the bed extender with the new canoe. Now with the Hobie PA, I can get away without the extender, but I still would probably put an extender on it just for the Hobie because it's almost 14 feet long. And the new canoe unlimited only like 12.6. These boxes carry my rods, keeps them organized, keeps them protected. This box carries a lot of my other gear. In that box over there, I do carry a lot of other items as well. You don't need the Yakima expensive ladder rack, like I said. You can get away with just still like they sell these kind of racks that almost hold the same amount of weight, like at Home Depot or Lowe's. That's just a single set up here and a single set up here, and you can put the Yakima top order boxes between them, and it'll actually stiffen up that whole setup. So that can be a lot cheaper option if you like to have a ladder rack. And the reason why I have a ladder rack on here is obviously to carry the top order boxes, but at the same time, I throw another kayak on top of this. So I can carry a kayak up here and a kayak on my trailer. I probably wouldn't be able to keep one in the bed of my truck unless it's really short, because of the turning radius of the trailer, you're not gonna be able to leave your tailgate down. But that's the reason why I set this originally up, and we'll get into why I have a trailer too. My original thought for this setup was to have my Hobie PA on top in my new canoe in the bottom, or vice versa, and be able to carry 2 kayaks just in the bed of my truck or on my truck itself and have all my gear inside these boxes. This video is really just to give you guys an idea how to set up your truck for kayak fishing. I have the crossbars for the rack, which carries all the additional equipment. Now Yakima has, MOLLE panels that actually fit in between here now instead of just an adjustable bar. That's really, really nice. It gives you the ability to add things a lot easier and be able to, keep a whole bunch of random stuff on those MOLLE panels. I don't think I'll ever, spend the money on those. I don't know, who knows with me, but with these crossbars, it gives me the ability to carry the roto packs, which in here I keep water for cleaning out cuts, washing my hands, rinsing down my gear after I'm done with salt water. So I keep water with me at all times. This roto packs box carries extra straps, tools, etc. for kayak fishing. This, you can see I took Milwaukee pack outs. Now these single, trying to stay out of the sun for you here. These single mounts that are from Milwaukee themselves are really for their new garage storage solution setup. But that single setup just to carry one pack out, because all the other pack out back plates are made for like double setups of the bigger ones. These single ones work out perfectly, and I just use 1/4 T-slot hardware from Yak Attack to actually mount it to the slot right here in the rail. So it gives me availability to carry Milwaukee pack out boxes. You can lock them. This one I just have hand wipes in, once again for just cleaning my hands, cleaning cuts. And on this side you can see I just have 2 Milwaukee pack outs set up the same way. This carries a bunch of miscellaneous stainless steel 1/4 hardware, Yak Attack parts for your kayak. I got some Stay-Cons in here if I have to do any electrical connections, if I have something fail. Just a lot of miscellaneous hardware and pieces from Yak Attack and from pieces from my actual Torpedo motor. So I carry a lot of hardware to fix anything I have an issue with on the road when I am kayak fishing. This one here is a first aid kit. That's what I keep on there. First, having the first aid kit is very important either for yourself or for, in case somebody else gets hurt. Like I said, you don't have to do this very expensive rack. To me, it's completely worth it because it's going to be long term. It's a rack that I don't have to bolt through the bed of the truck, which I normally do. This is actually the first bed. I actually just use the C-clamps on the bed, but I don't have to drill any holes in the bed. And the way I change trucks, I can move this, which I just recently did from my other one I was having problems with, to this truck, and I can adjust it and make it fit. So to me, it's really worth the investment of the Yakima rack. I like that idea that they have the MOLLE panels now instead of these bars. I don't know, who knows what's going to happen with that, because with the MOLLE panels you can mount a whole bunch of things vertically, horizontally. You're just not stuck to just a crossbar. I haven't looked at how much those are. They're probably expensive, but when I really look into them, I'll see how expensive they are. But that's another option too. So Yakima gives you that possibility to really add a lot of accessories just to the rack. So it's just not just a standard ladder rack to carry a kayak and put some top water boxes on it. It gives you the availability to add a lot of accessories and gear to keep it out of the bed of your truck and keep your bed of your truck clear and have that stuff that you really need when you're on the road. And this was my primary way of carrying my kayaks for 2024, even with the shorter bed. Then, if you guys know, I have a video on my Fish Texas kayak trailer. And if you know me, I love trailers. I've had every kind of kayak trailer that you could possibly have. And it didn't take much for me to twist my arm for 2024 for Nick from Fish Texas Kayak Trailer, which I have a whole video on this to go back to utilizing a trailer. So the way I'm set up now is I have the option to carry 2 kayaks on my truck and not have a trailer with me if I want to go on a really, really long trip, even though having this trailer only drops my MPG only 2 per mile. So it's not a lot, especially having a gas truck now over the diesel. That thing doesn't get great gas mileage anyway with the factory lift. I think on the highway I get 18, as you see it with the rack, with the top water boxes, with the kayaks on it. I get 18. That's actually the sticker EPA rating of that truck. Normally you don't match your EPA rating. You're either off by 1 or 2, and it's usually down. I'm actually getting 18 with that, fully loaded down the highway, and I actually did a real test of it. I filled up, did the calculations on paper, and I actually can get 18 with that. But having the trailer only drops my MPG by 2, so I get 16 hauling the trailer. Putting the kayak in the bed of your truck and having the Boondocks wheels and just sliding off your truck is very easy as well. But when you load your kayak up and you get all your gear on it, it really is a lot easier to just load up your kayak, back it into the water, push it off, pull it to the shore with a rope, and you're done and you can go park. I like the possibilities that I can just still have the trailer for the ease of, you know, being down lower, throwing some boondocks wheels on it and pulling off. I do like having the trailer with me because when those ramps are busy, I can do the same concept, set up everything on the trailer, use the boondocks wheel and just slide it off the trailer and walk down to the ramp. A lot of the ramps I go to are very close to where you park, so you're not having to walk your kayak really far. So having that trailer possibility, you know, really adding the boondocks wheels to your kayak gives you the availability that if the ramp is extremely busy, which now it's that time of year when the ramps get busy, that you can just slide your kayak off your trailer and you don't even have to go down to the ramp and deal with the people on the ramp, which we know sometimes is pretty crazy. And now that I do have the trailer back, Nick's got me on that trailer kick, and I think I'm going to always use my trailer or have a trailer. So now I want a trailer to be able to carry 4 kayaks. This way I can carry multiple kayaks with me when I go to Heroes on the Water and have more kayaks for our veterans when they go out. So I think next year we're going to be building a double wide trailer, probably a rack up top to carry 2 more or at least 1 more, and I can throw one on the bed of my up on the top rack of my truck, be able to carry 4, carry all my top order boxes, carry all my coolers, all my gear. I basically want everything on my trailer, all my boxes, and I hook up the trailer, I go. When I disconnect the trailer, all my equipment's on the trailer. So I think that's what I'm gonna go for next year. I'll walk around the trailer real quick. I have a box from Husky from Home Depot. This is the Fish Texas Kayak Trailer. I do have a video, so I'll probably drop this video and my initial setup and walkthrough of my Yakima setup on my other truck. But you can see here, this is called the Lefty trailer. I have a catwalk down the side, and it gives me availability to walk down, get to my kayak, and be able to have a ramp, or I can actually just pull up and step off if I want to and almost like wet load it. This trailer does give me the possibility to carry another kayak, which I'm going to be carrying another new canoe here shortly for Heroes on the Water. That's a whole nother thing. I'll talk to you guys about that in the future, but we're gonna get a U10 from New Canoe that's gonna sit on this little side rack. We're gonna walk around real slowly this way. Spare tire, got some lights for rigging up there, rack for hauling another kayak. I don't know if you guys do notice, but this trailer in the sun matches the color of my truck, which is a really dark blue, which looks black. You know, his trailer's cool because it's down low and it's easy to get on and off when you're wet loading it. As you see, I am totally invested into the sport of kayak fishing, my channel, my investment into this whole community and my lifestyle. You can do exactly what I have here for about half the price with a utility trailer and a cheaper ladder rack and still have the same concept, same setup basically, and works just fine. A lot of people have a hard time starting from scratch with a pickup truck and be like, man, how should I set up my truck for kayak fishing? And a lot of new people getting into the sport can't really picture how a truck or a trailer would look like with a kayak on it. So that's why I did this video, guys. But as always, guys, I really appreciate you stopping by. Drop a comment if you have any questions. You can reach me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, direct message, comments, and I always get back to everyone who comments or direct messages me on social media, because that's why I'm doing this channel, to help everybody else out there. So as always, guys, be safe on the water, and I'll catch you on the water. See you soon.